Welcome back to WTOL 11 Your Day. It's that time in about a month. You'll need to have your income taxes filed. And while you're doing the right thing, there may be folks looking to do the wrong thing when it comes to your filing. Dick Eppstein of the Better Business Bureau joins us with what to watch for. Good morning, Dick. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, good morning. Yeah, we got an alert from the Internal Revenue Service, the old IRS, and it's not about the phone calls. We know the phone calls are scams. The IRS doesn't call you. These are warnings about tax preparers, the people who prepare your taxes. They are more complicated now than ever, and frankly, it's almost impossible sometimes to actually do your own taxes. So you look at someone who can help you. And the IRS says there's some wonderful tax preparers out there, terrific people who will do a beautiful job for you, but there are some unscrupulous characters. For example, the big warning to me is the person who says, oh, I don't care what your income is, I can get you a big refund. I've had actual complaints of this happening. Somebody will say, I can get you a big refund, and my fee is based on the size of the refund. That is unscrupulous. That's terrible. How do they know they can get you a refund? They don't know anything about your tax situation. The IRS warns about preparers who say you have to pay me in cash. They won't give you a receipt. They invent phony deductions that will increase your refund. And that's what these unethical people will do. They'll create fake deductions, or they'll invent phony income so you can get tax credits that you don't qualify for. Some of these characters will, and we've had this in Toledo, where people will give you a refund, but they'll send it to their bank account instead of to you. And then they take their fee out of your refund and send you the rest. In some cases, I've had complaints where the fee is really excessive.
Sure.
And the other thing the IRS warns about is the tax preparer, the professional tax preparer who will not sign your return. We call that ghosting. And the IRS says that's a real red flag. A professional tax preparer has to be properly licensed and have a number that they can put on the return and everything. But some of these return preparers are not legal, and so the IRS says that's a definite red flag.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of the situation, and just, you know, as you mentioned, there are some really great tax preparers out there, so check for those ratings, and of course you guys have all of that on your website as well. But some people might hear about a promise. You might see that advertisement that promises they can get you a big refund. Tell me a little bit about this program.
Yeah, you've seen these commercials. We've all heard I heard them on the radio all the time. If you owe $10,000 or more to IRS, we can eliminate your big taxes and you pay pennies on the dollar to the IRS. Now, there are legitimate companies and there are legitimate programs. The main program is called the Offer in Compromise program. It does exist. There is a way that certain people can get a significant reduction on their taxes. That's all true.
Okay.
However, it's very difficult to qualify for. You need a lot of documentation, a lot of paperwork. And what happens is the IRS says some of these people who make these promises to you that they can get rid of all your taxes and reduce them, after they do all the work and do your taxes, they say, oh, well, you don't qualify for that after all. You still have to pay the big tax bill, but you also have to pay us.
Right.
And the IRS says some of these promoters will fix you ending up to pay thousands of dollars to these preparers in addition to your back taxes. So not everyone qualifies for the Offer in Compromise. It's a very limited program, and talk to a legitimate tax CPA or accountant and or a family member who's knowledgeable about this before signing up with a tax preparer who makes extreme promises to you about how many thousands of dollars they can save you. It may be true, but it's not as easy as the commercials make it sound.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much, Dick, for joining us this morning as that deadline tax day is approaching and people are getting their returns in. Some great things to keep in mind. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Amanda.
You bet. Well, when we